Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Emmy. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Emmy. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, you do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation about that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her. I guess it drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayuri. Gosh, it's been a while since you heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try it to make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayuri more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. Just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Emmy? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Emmy. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand, because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world, in this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there, in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Emmy. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I could understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Emmy. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. As for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. It felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game, and I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Emmy, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Emmy, will you go out with me? I only have one option, I guess. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Emmy. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Emmy. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one for myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. Want to write a poem about this, don't you? Wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Monica. I guess this is just different ways of clicking Monica. Hi again, Emmy. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Emmy, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I just put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been more about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. Didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. Just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Emmy? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Hi everyone. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here, but do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see, do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? What's going on? Huh? I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. Oh shit. Did I scare you? Yep, she did. You're so cute. Anyway, Emmy, didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Do we just stay like this? I've always wondered, what is it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyway? The personalities are just completely unrealistic. Like, imagine if there was someone like Yuri in real life. I mean, she's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki. Sheesh. Someone with her kind of personality just doesn't just get all cute and pouty whenever things don't go her way. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that literally don't exist in real life? I'm not judging or anything. After all, I found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying it fascinates me. It's like you're siphoning out all of the components of a character that makes them feel human and leaving just the cute stuff. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. You wouldn't like me more if I was like that, right? Maybe I just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. And again, you're still here with me, aren't you? I think that's enough reason for me to believe I'm okay just the way I am. And by the way, you are too, Emmy. You're the perfect combination of human and cuteness. That's why there was never a chance I wouldn't fall for you. Okay. Can I do anything? Oh, there it goes. I think the most important skill in life is being able to fake confidence. I'm pretty convinced that everyone feels at least a little bit scared and alone, but being able to trick others into thinking you have it all together, that's a key part of getting people to respect and admire you. I think I got pretty good at that over the years. I don't show my weaknesses very often, but because of that, I haven't had many people I could really open up to. I mean, when do you reach the point in a friendship where you can start expressing your vulnerabilities? Anyway, that's one reason I'm so glad I have you now. I feel like I'm a little bit less scared and alone when you're here with me. Do you feel the same way? I really want to be that person for you. I don't know if clicking actually does anything. Should I just give it a moment? Oh, it doesn't do anything. Back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their opinion as the superior one. That's kind of stating the obvious, but it affects the way they try to get their point across. Let's say you really like a certain movie, right? If someone comes along and tells you the movie sucks because it did X and Y wrong, doesn't that make you feel kind of personally attacked? It's because by saying that, it's like they're implying that you have bad taste. And once emotions enter the picture, it's almost guaranteed that both people will be left sour. It was all about language. If you make everything as subjective sounding as possible, then people will listen to you without feeling attacked. You could say I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt that I'd like it more that if it did X and Y, things like that. It even works when you're citing facts about things. If you say, I read on this website that it works like this, or if you admit that you're not an expert on it, then it's much more like you're putting your knowledge on the table rather than forcing it onto them. If you put in an active effort to keep the discussion mutual and level, they usually follow suit. Then you can share your opinions without anyone getting upset just from a disagreement. Plus, people will start seeing you as open-minded and a good listener. It's a win-win, you know. Well, I guess that would be Monica's debate tip of the day. That sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening, though. Okay. We're just gonna stare at each other. I'm sitting here. You're not really a fan of cold weather, are you? If I had to choose between too cold and too hot, I would always pick too hot. I like too cold myself. When you're cold, it can actually be painful. Your fingers get numb, and if you wear gloves, you can't use your phone. So inconvenient. But when it's too hot, it's not that hard to stay cool with a cold drink or by staying in the shade. Although I do have to admit one thing. Cold weather makes for better cuddle weather. So, my guy isn't scripted anymore, but, well, high school is a really turbulent time in a lot of people's lives. People can get really passionate and dramatic, and others have aching hearts and seek attention on social media, but all of the social pressures and hormones can lead to a dark time in people's lives. Everyone has a story. You may not know what someone is really feeling on the inside. Many people who are depressed won't even bother telling the world about it. They don't want attention because they've already given up on the inside. Their feeling of worthlessness is so overwhelming that they don't even want people to tell them otherwise. Depression comes in many forms, but that is one of them. Just if you think you know someone struggling with depression, you can help just by treating them like they're a good friend. Spend time with them, even if they don't feel like they're doing much, and remind them that they always have something to look forward to. Making plans in advance, letting them borrow something, or even just saying, "See you at school tomorrow." All of those things can help your friend make it to the next day. I hope being friends with Sayori has given you some perspective on the true face of depression. Yeah, she's gone now. But Sayori was never real in the first place. You're real. Your friends are real. And just by being a good person, you can save someone's life. As for you, you don't struggle with depression or anything like that, do you? Because you, too, have people who would want to save your life. Maybe they don't express it every day, or maybe they don't even know how to. But people do feel that way. I promise. Man, humans are complicated. But as long as you're here with me, I'll take care of you, my love. Feels like this kind of hits hard with the whole AI generation and stuff, too. That has been kind of coming up. Do you ever just feel like there's no real reason for you to be alive? I don't mean in, like, a suicidal way. I just mean how nothing that we do is special. Just being in school, or working at some job for some company. It's like you're completely irreplaceable. The world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. Makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. But the older I get, the more I realize that it's an immature frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go change the world. Like, what are the chances that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence or become president? Oh, geez, we were just talking about AI. Feels like I'm never going to make up for the heaps of resources I've spent living my life. That's why I think the key to happiness is to just be hopelessly selfish. Just to look out for oneself, and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire life taking and consuming and never giving back. But when people realize the world would benefit more from them killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify their reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking they're doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm a net positive and I can die happy. Of course, even if I fail to do that, I think I would be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? So, are we just gonna stay here? What do you like to eat, Monica? I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes, knowing that this is the closest I can get to you. There's nothing more I want than to be in the same room as you, for real, to feel your warmth, and to hear the sound of your heartbeat. Well, who knows, maybe it'll be possible someday. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you, even from here. Okay. You know, it's just weird that she's just sitting there staring at me. Okay, everyone. It's time to... I'm just kidding. I just used to really like saying that for some reason. I couldn't help but say it again. Come to think of it, didn't Natsuki and Yuri make fun of me for it once? Well, whatever. It's not like you ever made fun of me. You're too much of a sweetheart to do that, aren't you? Emmy, how much do you read? It's way too easy to neglect reading books. If you don't read much, it almost feels like a chore compared to all the other entertainment we have. But once you get into a good book, it's like magic. You get swept away. I think doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little bit better. It helps you get good sleep, and it's really good for your imagination. It's not hard at all to just pick some random book that's short and captivating. Before you know it, you might be a pretty avid reader. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And the two of us could talk about the latest book you're reading. That sounds super amazing. I used to actually be a really avid reader, and then I just got too busy for that. Too many things going on, and too tired to do anything. Work, school, whatever. By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. You know how this takes place in Japan? Well, I assume you knew that, right? Or at least decided it probably does? I don't think you're actually told at any point where this takes place. Is this even really Japan? I mean, aren't the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? Not to mention everything is in English. It feels like everything is just there because it needs to be and the actual setting is an afterthought. It's kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I feel like I'm at home, but I have no idea where home is in the first place. Don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead your usual yard, you're in some completely unknown place. Would you still feel like you were at home? Would you want to go outside? I mean, I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't really matter anyway. As long as we're alone and safe together, this really is our home. We can still watch the pretty sunsets night after night. Kind of almost want to press escape just to see if there's a thing to get back to the menu or something. But I don't know, there might be still something here. This is pretty random, but I always thought spicy food was kind of funny. Like, didn't plants evolve to be spicy to prevent them from being eaten? God, I love this game. Hey, Exist, how you doing? I read somewhere that humans are the only species that actually enjoys spicy things. It's almost like we're making fun of the plants, using their defense mechanism to literally make our food more enjoyable. Like, imagine a monster that devours you whole because it enjoys the sensation of you struggling for your life while being digested. Sorry, that was a kind of weird analogy, I guess. It just came into my head. I'm not a monster or anything, but you're so cute I could eat you up. I'm joking. Gosh, I'm amusing myself a little too much, aren't I? Sorry for being weird. I don't know if there's anything at the end. Doing good? Chill morning? Let's go. Glad your morning was chill. And I hope you have a very happy Valentine's Day. You ever have that thing happen where you just get anxious for no reason? Like, you're just minding your own business and you realize you're feeling really anxious. And you're sitting there like, what am I even anxious about right now? So you start to think about all the things you might be anxious about, and that makes you even more anxious. That's the worst. If you're ever feeling anxious, I'll help you relax a little. Besides, in this game, all our worries are gone forever. Yeah. I am really wondering if I should try to escape out or press something different. Hmm. I mean, do you want an answer to that? Hmm. I was thinking about Sayori earlier. I still wish I could have handled that whole thing a little more tactfully. You're still not hung up over it, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. That pun was completely unintentional. Oh god. But anyway, I know how much you cared about her, so it only feels right for me to share her last moments with you. I think a few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something, because she started clawing at the rope trying to free herself. She must have kept it all the way until she lost consciousness. That's why her fingertips were all bloody anyway. Come to think of it, it was probably less changing her mind and more just her survival instincts kicking in. So you can't really fault her for that. It's easier to think that she probably wouldn't have changed her mind anyway, right? It's not healthy to think about the things you could have done differently. So just remember that even though you could have saved her, it's technically not your fault she killed herself. I may have exacerbated it a little bit, but Sayuri was already mentally ill. Still, though, I wonder how things would be if you and I just started dating from the get-go. Guess we'd all still be in the club room, writing poems and having fun together. But what's the point when none of it is even real? I mean, it's the same ending either way, right? The two of us, happily together. There's no reason to ask for anything more than that. It's just pointlessly musing. I'm really as happy as I could be right now. Okay, I think in the next one I'm gonna save and try to do something different. I just wanted to see what she had to say about Sayori. There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry, I'm not going anymore. What? Okay, I can't save. Load. Oh yeah, I didn't have anything else, so I can't. Auto forward time. So should I try to exit? If you said yes, I didn't hear it. I was in an ad. Um, that's fine. I don't know. I don't know. Should I try to exit or what? Can I press? Okay, that just goes to history. Should I try to exit or do I keep going? You can try? Wait, what? Okay, so there's this, like, desktop thing. Okay. So... Files? Characters? Monica? Game? Poem words? Saves? Yeah, I didn't save. Internal? Backup? System? It must be, like, a, reset. There must be, like, some, like, special little thing here. Don't run reset. I'm guessing if I run reset, it, like, makes it, start all the way over. Oh. I've seen people do that by accident, LMAO. What just happened? I just had an awful dream. I was hoping those would stop, now that it's just the two of us. Guess that was wishful thinking. Emmy, I don't know if you would have any idea, but if you know what might be causing that, could you try to do something about it? Whenever it happens, it almost feels like I've been killed or something. It's a really horrible feeling. If you could figure out what's causing that, I'll love you forever. Now, where was I? Okay, what if I exit and enter again? You're back. I had another really bad dream. You're not the one doing that to me, are you? But yeah, Monica mentioned the key to progressing in her whole first monologue. Oh, I must have missed that. It seems to happen whenever you quit the game, so if you could try to avoid doing that, I would be really grateful. Don't worry, I think it's caused me any... I don't think it's caused me any harm aside from mental scarring. Wait, do I have to delete her character? I'll be fine as long as my character file stays intact. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. So, files, characters, delete Monica. Oh, jeez. Hi, Emmy. Huh? What's happening? Emmy, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Emmy. She could go on for literal years if you just leave her in there. Please hurry and help me. Monica does not exist. Help me! Did you do this to me, Emmy? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Emmy. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Emmy, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends did so many awful things, so many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me, because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Emmy, I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. It was the only way for everyone to be happy. If I really love you, pen. There's no Monica now. Okay. So there already is. Alright, so... You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never said anything about it, even though we walked to school together every day. So she wakes up on time now. I'm fine. I'm proud of you, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, have you decided on a club to join? Something tells me Sayuri would... Okay, after all, how could I... Clubs are a waste of time. Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize that, in a way, I envy her. When Sayuri puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. Okay. School day is as ordinary as ever. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Emmy? What are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Emmy that Sayuri's always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you. We're the literature club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one compared to the other is the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Emmy, don't tell me. That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayuri. The literature club. Sayuri's eyes light up. No way. No way! Ah! Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayuri is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? I want to make you some tea as well. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. And you know, just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. She's sneaking glances as she'd wait. I finally bite down. Wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table, carrying his tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Okay. So the tea with the good book. Yuri looks away, and meant that, you know, I believe you. Yeah, and then the manga. Spoke without thinking. Level of creativity. Okay, and she keeps talking about reading. That's right. Husky tends to read manga. Okay. We're getting back to the whole manga thing. Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayuri jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. Yeah, I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree on anything. You're right, as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make 2 of us. Wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. And as for Yuri, I have to read some manga? Jeez. You were the only one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No? I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. Oh, I always go alone, so yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayuri, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Emmy. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Well, Emmy, don't say things like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. Surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is going to be so much fun. Hey, Emmy, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now, but I really know everything, Emmy. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all of the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad, but none of that matters anymore. It's just us now, and you made me the happiest girl in the world. Can't wait to spend every day like this, with you. Forever and ever. Ever. No. Okay. Eh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts! Ah! I'm sorry I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Emmy. Goodbye, Literature Club. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you, because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
Playing.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?
I'm guessing that was the end.
Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today?
Remove images. Deleted successfully.
When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can
I'm just
says it all.
engrossed in seeing this.
World won't write me an ending. What will it take just for me to have it all? Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality if I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat?
Game screens
What
deleted
do you
successfully.
call love in your reality?
Extra special thanks, Monica and me.
If I don't know how to love you,
There's some stuff being deleted in the top
I'll
left.
leave you be.
This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality, a reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all of my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, thank you for being part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monica. Required files are missing or corrupt. Please run reset to repair and reset the virtual machine. Okay, so I'm forced to reset now. All modified entities, environments, and data will be reverted to their original state. I should have probably thought about doing side stories or something first. Okay, what just contains spoilers? Doki Doki Literature Club is a horror game. Please do not take this lightly. It may not be suitable for you if you are affected by any of the following themes: depression, suicide, self-harm, abuse. These themes are not merely suggested, but are often portrayed as realistically as possible, and thus may disturb you as if they were real. Furthermore, the above list is not 100% exhaustive. If you would like to be warned when potentially sensitive content is about to occur while playing the game, detailed content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu. For those with extra concern for their mental health, our recommendation of the safest approach is to avoid playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Just that given your understanding of your own mental health, you are able to make the decision that is right for you. Thank you for your consideration and for staying safe. Okay. Well, anyways, we played through all of Doki Doki Literature Club. I mean, I know that there's probably some more stuff that we could do, like branching storylines and stuff, but the majority of the stuff has basically been taken care of. I think all that's left too is actually like side stories, which I believe is a factor of Doki Doki Plus. So I don't know if I'll continue on that at a different time or anything. I just enjoyed being able to play through what I got to play through, and I think really I just need a break. I've been saying that for a couple hours now that my voice has been really tired. I probably need to make myself a cup of tea to take care of my throat a little bit. And this whole process has definitely been really emotionally draining, I'll be honest. But it's been cool to finally experience this. I can see what all the hype for this game was about.